After destroying Gluttony and Sloth, now they come against the shape-shifting Becky, Envy. It was 3 against 1, but even though Envy can be quite handful of what they expect from her, she can use her shape-shifting power against them. And also, not to mention, they would use Dee's heart. But Edward and the Guardian doesn't buy that. Try to snap Dee out of it and try to get back in the game. Envy is trying to pull all the stops for the 3 of them to be destroyed. But Edward fought back. But Dee, on the other hand, only listened to his heart to save her. It just didn't work. The Guardian tried to pull a fast one. It got beat as well. Edward had pulled one chance of his sleeve. Takes Dee down and goes for the kill against Envy. Finally, the last was gone. But there's only 2 left. Vanity and the real Becky of Lust. Edward tried to convince Dee that what he did, but the real truth of this, Envy was using it to gain the advantage, to overpower them. But Dee admitted that all of this was a mistake. And so they decided to regroup, went inside, find the last 2, and get this over with. It was too quiet for a trap. They wanted to split until suddenly something happened. Vanity, the odd one, the odd Becky, comes charging at the Guardian. Took the Guardian down, and its legs was missing. All that's left was his torso. But even though the Guardian is still standing, as long as he's got enough steel to live, and the seal, the blood seal, still active. But if destroyed the seal, it would never live again. D was no match against their power. So Edward decided for D to take the Guardian out of here, and he was handle vanity and lust by himself. Only he, the good alchemist, would try to take them out. But if he fails, their friend is going to be lost to them, and so will ours. So D carried out the Guardian as Edward faced vanity himself. And what a power vanity has, shooting flames. Edward uses his alchemy to stop the power. But every time he uses it, it becomes worthless. And so, Edward has another plan. Because what any other way to put out a fire? Water. Find the fire hose, turns it on, puts out the fire in an instant. The one weakness to stop a flaming woman. And not to mention that lust still lurks. Using her clone claws, takes out the hose, the water which contains it. Vanity was back supercharged, and now Edward's in a fight of his life. Vanity attacks him with a much amount of fire in his body. And not to mention the flaming kiss of death. Felt the fiery lips of vanity, and his body is all, the inside of his body up in flames. Edward felt the flames in his body, and he's tried to fight back, but there was no way to defeat vanity, even though lust watches. D was up on the rooftop. He thought of a plan that he would go for one last shot to stop vanity. What anyone would do was start a fire? Well,